Hi, greetings from San Francisco Children's Art Center. I'm teacher Amy, and in this video we're going to do some texture rubbings. So the materials you'll need for this are some paper, some crayons, and I have these crayons here, and I've done something special to the crayons. I've taken and I've peeled off all of the paper from the outside of the crayon. Don't worry, they'll still work really well for you, but we'll be able to do texture rubbings with them. And in just a minute, you'll see how. So we have our paper and our crayons. And the last thing you'll need to do is gather some things that have texture. And texture is how something feels when you touch it. Maybe it's bumpy. Maybe it's smooth. Maybe it's furry. Maybe it's rough. You can go around your house and find some things that have texture. Here's some packaging from a delivery I got. It's bubble wrap. It has a bumpy texture. I got a bit of cardboard. This cardboard feels smooth, but when I feel it really close, I can feel it kind of is a little bit ridgy inside. Here's something that a bag of potatoes came in. Some of this mesh from this potato, that was pretty bumpy. The other thing you can do is go with your grown-up outside for a walk, and you can gather leaves, because leaves feel smooth, but they also have some bumpies. So I gathered some leaves, like this. So you could also do leaves. Once you've gathered all your materials, come on back and let's learn how to do some texture rubbing. Welcome back. Did you find some things that are interesting textures? I'm going to start with my cardboard. First thing I'm going to do is lay it down, and then I'm going to take my piece of paper. I'm going to put it on top of the cardboard like I'm laying a blanket on a bed. And you could hold it in place, or if it's easier, your grown-up could help you to tape the corners down, and then it won't slide around quite so much. And then what you're going to do is you'll choose a crayon. I think for this one, I'll choose green. I'm going to lay it flat on the paper. I'm going to pinch it like this. I'm going to use my other hand to hold it, and I'm just going to rub back and forth. Back and forth. The crayon nice and flat on the paper. Am I going fast? Am I going hard? No. I'm rubbing it back and forth, gentle and gentle. What happened to the paper? Do you see the texture? I'm going to try putting the bubble wrap underneath. Put it under, lay it down like a blanket on top. I think this time I'll use orange. I'll rub it. Where are those bubbles? Where are those bubbles? I see them coming through. I see them coming through. Ooh, there's some bubbles there. Maybe I'll put some black on top of those orange bubbles. Ooh, there comes some black bubbles. Do you see them coming? Do you see the black bubbles? The last one I'm going to try is the net from the potato bag. And I'm going to stick this one under there. Let's see what happens when I rub this. This time I'll rub it with purple. Ooh, I see a new texture. Ooh, I like how when they touch each other, they become something new. Do you see that? So that's how you can make some textures with just stuff you find around the house. Let's see what happens if we try rubbing some of our leaves and the texture we find on our leaves. I'm going to put the leaf down, just like with the other things. Take a piece of paper, and lay it on top like a blanket on a bed. And you can tape it down to help hold it, or you can hold it with one hand and rub it with the other. Back and forth. Oh, I'm starting to see my leaf. Do you see it? Oh, look at that. I'm going to move that again and do it with a different color. Wow. Do you see the texture? Let's try it with this leaf. Actually, let's try it with this leaf. Ready? And I'll do a brown crown for this one. Ooh, starting to see that leaf. There's another leaf. See it? Let's try one more. Here comes the last one. Wow, look at that leaf coming out. I'm so excited to see what textures you make. What can you find? How can you rub them? How can you take the texture that's on the thing that you find and bring it to the piece that's here? See what you can discover. Welcome back. I got so excited about making textures. I started walking around my house and touching all these things and seeing what else was bumpy and what else I might be able to do a texture rubbing of. In my kitchen, I found a pot of a lid and it has these bumps on it. So I thought, let's see what happens if I do a texture rubbing of those bumps. Ooh. Not only does it make a cool texture, it makes a funny noise. I'm going to try that again. I'm going to rub it here this time. Or maybe I'll use a purple crayon. Well, that's a black one. Ooh, do you see the bumps? Here's another thing I found in my kitchen. When I bake cookies, I put this on it after to cool down. I wonder what happens if I do a texture rubbing on here. Let's see. Ooh. Awesome. I'm going to turn it and use a different color. Wow. One more time. This time diagonal. That's an interesting texture. I also went into my bathroom. I found a comb. I wonder what may happen if I rub a cone. I'm going to put that here. Let's use green this time. Ooh. Look at the texture the comb makes. In my desk, I found this cup. I can hear the texture when I scratch it. I'm going to take these pens out and these scissors. And I'm going to try rubbing the texture on my cup. Ooh, look at that. See the texture? What other things do you have in your house that you might be able to rub a texture from? Go explore and find out. Guess what? You can even look at like your floor. Maybe you've got a tile floor like this one, and you can do a rubbing of your tile floor. Oh, I'm starting to see all those shapes come out from my tiles. Do you see it? That's a cool texture. What else can you find?